Hi everybody, happy Friday. I just wanted to share a couple quick updates from our BLT meeting. We will host an optional before school meeting next Wednesday, the 11th, from 8 to 8:30 virtually for any and all who are interested in talking about some of the frequently asked questions for parent-teacher conferences. So please plan to join us then if you are interested in having some of your questions answered. We will also take really good notes, and I'll be sending out a frequently asked questions document on Monday or early Tuesday next week so that you can add your questions in advance and then see the notes after the meeting. Thing number two, we talked about the kind of firestorm of excitement that was the day here at Field Park on Wednesday and our mutual concern and frustration and lack of understanding of what we can talk about and what we can't talk about. So I think the basic understanding for all of us to have is that things are confidential. This is a very strange season, so there's only so much that can be officially communicated about what's going on, about who's involved, all of those pieces. You are hearing directly from me. This is why I'm using my face and not writing an email. You are hearing directly from me that if there is a situation that you need to know about because you may have been in close contact with a student or you have implication, you will hear that directly from me. And that is my guarantee. If I have not talked to you about something, or if our nursing team has not talked to you about potential exposure, that means that it is not something that we are concerned about impacting you in your sphere. Unfortunately, we have a lot of experience with this now through these past few weeks and months, so we have a pretty solid idea of who it is that we need to talk to in any given circumstance. So that's that. You are also welcome to talk to your BLT members. We talked a little bit about the permission to talk and share and rely on our colleagues as people outside of our kind of professional capacity to understand what's going on. So talk to a BLT member for some of the kind of behind the scenes tacit permission pieces there as well. Last thing, this one's awkward. I apologize in advance, but I think we've learned this week that we've had to do some very uncomfortable work with contact tracing in our schools and amongst our staffs. We here at Field Park, I think, have not had to go through that experience yet, and hopefully we won't, but I think it's an important thing for all of us to know, thinking back on my update from last week, we need to be very, very mindful of our interactions with one another, both here at school and outside of school, and thinking about that definition of close contact. If close contact is defined, as it is, as 15 minutes or greater, cumulatively throughout the entire course of a 24-hour period, at 6 feet or less, with or without masks, indoors or outdoors, who would we have within that definition of close contact for us as people? That means in our classrooms, if we're sitting and working together and we're talking through planning for next week, are we in that definition of close contact? In the lunchroom, if I'm sitting 2 feet from someone and I feel relatively comfortable because I see this person all the time and we do spend a lot of time together, but we're greater than 15 minutes and we're under 6 feet. If we think about those awkward, uncomfortable conversations, I think we have to start thinking that way now because we're looking at a very real situation where if someone tests positive, we then have to have the very, very uncomfortable conversation of, okay, now who else has to quarantine for 14 days? So if we are within that definition of close contact at all, or we are not sure if we're in that contact definition, we would have to quarantine. So I think that's something that's really important for all of us to think about. Huge thanks to Liz for reaching out this week and doing the thing that none of us wanted to do, but canceling the Hillgrove date after school today. I think given the situation that we're in right now in our community and our world, it's the right call. And I think that for all of us, this is weird and it's uncomfortable and it's not a part of our Field Park culture because we band together, we get close, we talk, but I think we need to now know that we're in a different phase and we really need to be aware that 2 or 3 people together could take down a grade level, could take down a building, depending on where we are. So please make sure that you are mindful of where you are in relation to others around you. I am going to go through and put the 6-foot reminder distancing pieces, the little stickers on our tables in the lounge and the art music room, just to help remind all of us. And I hope you know it's not to get anyone in trouble or to be passive aggressive in any way, shape, or form. It's just, I would much rather have this conversation now when we're not in a situation that involves potential exposure for some of us and potential long quarantines for some of us. I'd rather do this now than do this then. So thanks for bearing with me. I know this is a long one. Thanks for watching. I apologize if you took this the wrong way or you feel offended by my message, but I hope, again, we can band together. We are all in this together. We just have to do it out of close contact. Okay, thanks everyone.